Hey, welcome back to Fun Astrology. Hope you had a good holiday weekend if you were in the United States. If you're listening from around the world, hope you had a great weekend nonetheless. We took yesterday off. I know I said I was going to do one, and I just didn't get to it. I am doing so many different things, and I was trying to travel to Colorado yesterday and just didn't get that one off the ground either. And that kind of parlays into what we're looking at with the chart today. I don't know whether to focus on this side of the chart, or maybe we could focus on this side of the chart, or if by the end of the day it's going to look like this, or for you if it's going to look like this. I just don't know. This one's kind of hard to read because there are several aspects and just setups that are tough on this one. So let's just look at the good side. That's why I wanted to announce both. So this is a day of really mixed energy. You might feel the challenges and you might feel the upside. But let's go a little deeper. How about that? How about if we don't stay on the surface, let's dig a little deeper on this one. And the themes are still continuing in effect. They are more in place. The, NORWAC, the big astrology, there's a big astrology conference every time this year up in the Seattle in the Northwest. And all the astrologers from all over the world gather there, over 500 people, I think, in attendance. I saw on Twitter last night that they cut off the registrations this year. First time in 30 years they've been doing this conference that they had to close it off. They were full. That's how much interest there is now in astrology. I think it's awesome. So cool. I didn't go, but here was one of the things that came through it. So the keynote was Kelly Surtees. She's from Australia. And she said that like this setup that's happening that I've been talking about on here, this is the big theme in astrology. If you're talking about astrology and not mentioning this, then I don't know where you are. But she mentioned that with the alignments coming up this year and next, that it's like you think of a forest fire clearing an area so that new growth can come up. And I'm like, okay, yes, absolutely. And from a pure astrological interpretation, you could see that. But I think if you throw in the area of higher consciousness and awareness and deep soul work, then you can supersede the forest fire. Or maybe it'll be a forest hairdryer or something. I don't know. It's like not so severe, not a fire. Let's don't bring that in if we don't have to. Well, here's what she's talking about. It's the major stuff that we've been discussing here. So Saturn and Pluto. I'm telling you, folks, people don't know what to do with this one. And we'll just have to see. I'm not into predictive stuff. I'm not one that goes into and says, well, this is likely to happen because of that. I just don't think that's the best way because we have free choice. Free will dominates the charts, in my opinion. You might get into a long, deep argument with a bunch of astrologers at a place like NORWAC on that, but I'm not going there because I know what I believe and what works for me, and I see a model like this guy that I've done the audiobooks. I've narrated 25 audiobooks for author Fred Dodson, and I've seen firsthand, working with a guy who has become a mentor, how you sculpt a life that is a beautiful creation. And you work with the energies. That's what this podcast is skewed to, is how do you feel the energies? Okay, what are they? We've talked about it. Saturn, Pluto. Those will be coming into conjunction in January. Now, chasing those from behind, Jupiter, which is going to come into conjunction with them early next year. And then again, everybody's going to go into retrograde again next year like they did this year. And then Jupiter's going to catch up with Saturn at the end of next year. Also, Uranus is going to go retrograde early next year. So Uranus, the planet of change, wherever it is in your chart, it is in Taurus right now. So you can find where it is in your chart. That area of your life is likely to be experience some of the change. So maybe where some of the change from Saturn and Pluto happens might be in Uranus. You could look at all of that. But here's the thing I wanted to focus on just for today. There's a really cool aspect between the nodes. So the south node is in a sextile, that's a favorable relationship, with Neptune, which is in a trine with the north node. Now, I said we were going to go a little deeper on this one, and also there's a favorable aspect with Venus and the south node. What all of that is pointing to is that you can do some really deep digging. I've been saying this throughout, and I'm saying it again. The universe is supporting you in oh so many ways to do spiritual deep work that we have never seen this kind of thing, nor shall we in our lives again. It's not going to exist like it is right now. So the universe is just supporting this, and those of us who are hearing the message and doing the deep work, so what can you do with this? Get out that journal. Go for a walk. Ask your soul to speak to you. What needs to change? Be willing. Lay down resistance. This is so cool. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.